Make no mistake about it, engaging in rideshare, whether driving for Uber or Lyft, can be a dangerous way of earning some side income. Nevertheless, no matter how many of these stories you hear, whether it's a driver being beaten by his passengers, having his vehicle stolen at gunpoint, or even losing his life while out here on these streets, there is always that story that simply tugs at the heartstrings. What up, folks? Once again, it is your boy Tim with another very unfortunate rideshare video. This is a sad one, folks, because this man is a true blue patriot to this country, put his life on the line in one of the most daring ways anyone could ever do. And the outcome is certainly not something that any of us would favor. Check this out.
Heartbreak from a murder in D.C. is being felt in Northern Virginia. Tonight, we want to keep the victim's life and legacy front and center here. 31-year-old Nazrat Ahmad Yar was a husband and father of four, a provider, and a well-known interpreter who helped U.S. troops in Afghanistan. A single gunshot stole his life early Monday. Surveillance video shows what appears to be young kids running away from that scene in Northeast. Now, on the night of his killing, Ahmad Yar's wife says she told him to come home. But as our Matthew Torres reports tonight, Ahmad Yar said he needed to get their rent money.
Tonight, Jeremy Malone can't help but remember this picture of her dear friend, Nazrat Ahmad Yar.
That was the proof of life photo, so he could show me that this isn't the Taliban, this is me, I still got my phone in.
Malone and her volunteer organization helped Ahmad Yar and his family as they escaped Afghanistan in 2021. Ahmad Yar was a respected and beloved interpreter for the U.S. Army Special Forces for nearly a decade.
His children were the most important thing to him, and he brought them here because he wanted them to be safe.
They moved to Alexandria nearly a year ago, where he was recently a full-time driver for Lyft. Ahmad Yar was the sole provider for his wife and four kids, and still helped loved ones back home.
He just got the car it's almost one and a half months, and he was so happy.
But around midnight Monday, this father, who witnessed the perils of war overseas, is killed in the streets of D.C. Police say he was found with a gunshot wound close to his car on 11th Street near D Street in Northeast. WSA 9 first obtained home surveillance video capturing the gunshot and conversation between these boys caught on camera. Family and friends say he wanted to drive for Lyft that night.
His wife asked him, please, it's late, stay home. And he said, I have to pay the rent. Because, the rent is almost getting, I have to pay it. I don't have that much money. I have to work.
His death sending shockwaves among service members across the country who closely worked with Ahmad Yar, describing him as brave, hardworking, and kind, always taking on opportunities to help, even if that means risking his life.
The tragedy is unfathomable.
Retired Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Butler last saw Ahmad Yar in Philadelphia last year, where his family first moved to, only to move to Virginia because they felt unsafe.
You just don't have words to describe how you feel about somebody who's given so much to this country, not even as a citizen, then comes here, experiences some of the worst behavior that our country has to offer.
As loved ones prepare for his funeral, families asking police to fully invest in finding the gunman.
We need justice for Nazrat. We need justice for Nazrat.
Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
Survived the war in Afghanistan, doing one of the most dangerous jobs there is, interpreting for the enemy. He was an interpreter for us in his own home country. If caught doing that, that's obviously an act of treason. The Taliban would have killed him on the spot. Hell, we would kill someone as well. If you're interpreting for the enemy that has invaded the United States, any American would want your life taken for that. Nevertheless, to survive all of that, be given a new home in the United States and end up having your life taken by a bunch of juveniles, what appears to be in this picture. Now, if you notice in the video, when they show them running from the scene of the crime, there apparently audio was captured of them talking while they were running on somebody's surveillance camera or something of that nature. And you see them stating that he was reaching. You just killed him. He was reaching. So if you can take away one thing from this, it does appear as if they were in the process of trying to carjack him, and he likely tried to defend himself and or his vehicle. And the assailants thought he was reaching for a firearm or something like that, and they killed him. Now, in the story, they don't say if the driver was armed. That's not at least as of now, that has not come out. But I do advise drivers to carry something to defend yourself, because this is going to happen to you. There's a chance it is happening to you, whether you have a firearm on you or not. I mean, this is what's happening to a lot of drivers. But this one is really unfortunate, though, because you're talking about a father who apparently was the sole earner for this family. And he had several children. They're all in this new country trying to make their way, and now the main breadwinner has lost his life. Not only are they going to be mourning for quite a while and in grief losing their dad, but on top of that, they have a huge financial burden to deal with because the breadwinner of the family is now deceased. This is why I talk about Uber and Lyft need to have some type of sympathy insurance, or whatever the hell you want to call it, that kicks in when drivers go through the unthinkable, whether it's having their car shot up, whether it's being sexually assaulted while out here taking trips, getting your ass beat so that you're not able to drive for a while. Something the company should do for drivers that go through this stuff. There's a lot of them. You see how many videos I'm able to produce on here just doing it for a year. There's a hell of a lot of drivers that meet unsavory endings, up to and including losing their lives while out here trying to take trips. What's really tugging at the heartstrings here is you hear in the video, the wife was asking her husband to come home, dedicated to taking care of his family and being a provider. He responded with, "I'm trying to make the rent money." As a rideshare driver, just simply out here trying to earn some income. And here you got these, what looks like juveniles, likely trying to take away his ability to earn by probably carjacking him anyway and killing him in the process. Just a sad story all around. What do I often say in all of my videos? Nothing good happens after midnight. When you're out here taking trips in the wee hours of the morning, or really any time after dark, statistically speaking, the chances of this shit increase significantly. I've done numerous videos, and the overwhelming majority of drivers facing an unsavory ending, it happens after dark. It just happens after dark. So, you know, we all can have heartstrings that go out to this driver, but I wanted to run this one by you because yet another driver has lost his life out here trying to make a living as a Lyft driver. And the company, we all know, is unlikely to do anything for this family. Stay safe, folks. It's your boy Tim. Subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. Wow. And I'll see you in the next video.